Hello and Namaskar. मैं हूं आदित्य जैन and I welcome you to this video series. I have been associated with UPSC for 5 years. I have also mentored students for UPSC and state PSCs as well. So I'll make sure इस वीडियो सीरीज से आपके मार्क्स मैक्सिमाइज हों. Here we'll cover Spectrum Publications Modern India by Rajay Vihar का लेटेस्ट एडिशन. इस बुक को थोरोली रीड करने के साथ इंपॉर्टेंट सेक्शंस हाईलाइट किए जाएंगे और साथ ही यूपीएससी एंड स्टेट पीएससीज में आए हुए क्वेश्चंस भी बताए जाएंगे सो दैट यू नेवर मिस द इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. देयर विल बी 50 to 55 लेक्चर्स ऑफ 30 to 35 मिनट्स ईच. अगर आपने ये सीरीज़ 3 से 4 बार देख ली तो ये बुक डेफिनेटली आपके दिमाग में छप जाएगी एंड आपका रिवीजन भी आसान हो जाएगा. तो अगर आपको रिवीजन के साथ साथ वैल्यू एडिशन भी करना है तो ये सीरीज़ पूरी देखें. आपको बस अपने पास ये बुक रखना है और सुन के जो मैं बताऊं वो हाईलाइट करना है. सो विदाउट एनी फर्दर डिले लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड.
सारे यूरोपियंस में से तो बेसिकली हम इस चैप्टर में वो सब कवर करेंगे. तो लेट्स स्टार्ट. एडवेंट ऑफ यूरोपियंस इन इंडिया. दो वी टॉक ऑफ एंशिएंट, medieval and modern period in history, history is a continuity. It is not always easy to distinguish clearly when one period ends and another begins. So if we think of history of modern India as beginning with advent of Europeans, we need to go back to what is generally considered the medieval period. That is the 15th century itself. Indeed, to a time even before Mughals came and established their empire. The Portuguese in India. अब ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सब हेड है. पोर्टुगीज इंडिया. इस सब हेड से हमें ये पता चल रहा है कि सबसे पहले यूरोपियंस में से कौन इंडिया आया, वो थे पोर्टुगीज. राइट. तो ये डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन बिहार पीएससी में पूछा गया था. हु वर द फर्स्ट यूरोपियंस टू लैंड इन इंडिया. तो ये हैं कौन, पोर्टुगीज. तो बीपीएससी में ये क्वेश्चन पूछा जा चुका है. राइट. ये यहाँ पर मैंने मार्क करके रखा हुआ है. ये एरिया बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाता है. सो द क्वेस्ट फॉर एंड डिस्कवरी ऑफ सी रूट्स टू इंडिया. After the decline of Roman Empire in 7th century, the Arabs had established their domination in Egypt and Persia. Direct contact between the Europeans and India declined, and with that, the easy accessibility to Indian commodities like spices, calicos, silk, and various precious stones that were greatly in demand was affected. In 1453, Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Turks, who were on the ascendant. Merchandise from India went to European markets through Arab Muslim intermediaries. The Red Sea trade route was a state monopoly from which Islamic rulers earned tremendous revenue. The land route to India were also controlled by the Arabs. In circumstances, the Europeans were keen to find a direct sea route to India. So Europeans were keen to find the direct sea route to India because उनको intermediaries को हटाना था जो कि अरब मुस्लिम intermediaries थे. Right. 15th century Europe was crippled by the spirit of Renaissance with its call for exploration. At the same time, Europe made great advances in art of shipbuilding and navigation. Right. अगर सी रूट निकालना है तो शिप बिल्डिंग और नेविगेशन तो सीखना पड़ेगा. Hence, there was an eagerness all over Europe for adventurous sea voyages to reach unknown corners of the East. The economic development of many regions was also progressing rapidly with the expansion of land under cultivation. The introduction of an improved plug, scientific crop management, crop rotation, increased supply of meat, which called for spices for cooking as well as preservation. Prosperity also grew. With it, its demand for oriental luxury goods also increased. So this is the reason कि यूरोपियंस क्यों कीन थे इंडिया में आने के लिए, क्योंकि प्लग, साइंटिफिक क्रॉप मैनेजमेंट आने लगा था, पैसा आने लगा था और वो मीट वगैरह खाने लगे थे जिसमें स्पाइसेस डालेंगे और ओरिएंटल लग्जरी गुड्स के शौकीन थे. ये सब कहाँ मिलता था, इंडिया में. Venice and Genoa, which had earlier prospered through trade in oriental goods, were too small to take on the mighty Ottoman Turks or to take up major explorations on their own. The North Europeans were ready to aid Portugal and Spain with money and men, even as Genoese were ready to provide ships and technical knowledge. It is also to be noted that Portugal had assumed the leadership in the Christendom's resistance to Islam, even as it had taken on itself the spirit of exploration that had characterized the Genoese. Historians have observed that idea of finding an ocean route to India had become an obsession for Prince Henry of Portugal. Prince Henry कहाँ से थे, पोर्टुगल से, who was nicknamed as Navigator. Also, he was keen to find a way to circumvent the Muslim domination in the Eastern Mediterranean. Muslim domination को circumvent करना था, यानी कि bypass करना था. And all the routes that connected India to Europe. Pope Nicholas V gave Prince Henry a bull in 1454, conferring him the right to navigate the sea to the distant shores of Orient, more specifically as far as India, यानी कि ocean route as far as India तक पता लगाओ, in an attempt to fight Islamic influence and spread Christian faith. However, Prince Henry died before his dream could become reality. In 1497, under the Treaty of Tordesillas, ये सबसे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये भी आप देखेंगे कि एक बार बिहार पीएससी में और यूपी पीसीएस में पूछी जा चुका है। ये सीधा क्वेश्चन है ट्रीटी ऑफ टॉर्डिसिलास का, राइट। द रूलर ऑफ पोर्टुगल एंड स्पेन डिवाइडेड नॉन क्रिश्चियन वर्ल्ड बिटवीन देम बाय एन इमेजिनरी लाइन इन द एटलांटिक some 1300 miles west in Cape Verde Island. Under this treaty, Portugal could claim and occupy everything to the east of the line, while the Spain could claim everything to the west. ये है Treaty of Tordesillas, right? आप याद रखेंगे. The situation was thus prepared for the Portuguese incursion into the water of India. It was in 1487 that Portuguese navigator Bartholomew Diaz, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ये इंसान है, आप याद रखेंगे, rounded the Cape of Good Hope in Africa and sailed up the eastern coast. He was well convinced that the long sought after sea route to India had been found, but it was only 10 years later that an expedition of Portuguese ship set out for India in 1497 and arrived in India in slightly less than 11 months' time in May 1498. अब क्या होता है स्टेट यूपीएससी में तो ये क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा जाएगा, बट स्टेट पीएससी में पूछ लेते हैं कि सबसे पहले यूरोपियंस कब किस सेंचुरी में आए या फिर किस ईयर में इंडिया में आए। तो 1498 ये आप याद रखेंगे, ये डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस हो जाते हैं। एक बार उत्तराखंड पीएससी वगैरह में भी पूछा जा चुका है ये वाला क्वेश्चन कि यूरोपियंस किस साल में आए हैं, तो 1498। और बार्थोलोम्यू डियास, ये यूपी पीसीएस में ऐसा पूछा गया है कि पोर्टुगीज के अंदर हु वॉज द मोस्ट इन्फ्लुएंशियल पर्सन ऑफ पोर्टुगीज पावर इन इंडिया, तो उसमें से ये ऑप्शन बन चुके हैं बार्थोलोम्यू डियास। अब उतने इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है क्योंकि ये नेविगेटर थे, केप ऑफ गुड होप की तरफ आए थे, बट देन अगेन आप नाम याद रखेंगे, राइट। आगे बढ़ते हैं। फ्रॉम ट्रेडिंग टू रूलिंग, वास्को डी गामा, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नेम। क्यों? क्योंकि लगातार स्टेट पीएससीज में ये आपको कई बार मिलेंगे। इसको आप चाहें तो डबल स्टार से मार्क कर सकते हैं, राइट। ये क्वेश्चन, ये वाला टॉपिक आपको रेगुलरली देखा जाएगा स्टेट पीएससीज और इवन यूपीएससी के कुछ क्वेश्चंस में। द अराइवल ऑफ 3 ships अंडर वास्को डी गामा लेड बाय गुजराती पायलट नेम्ड अब्दुल मजीद एट कैलीकट इन May 1498 profoundly affected the course of Indian history. The Hindu ruler of Calicut, Zamorino Samuthri, however, had no apprehension as to Europeans' intention. As the prosperity of his kingdom was due to Calicut's position at an interport, he accorded a friendly reception to Vasco da Gama. The Arab traders who had a good business on the Malabar coast were apprehensive and were not keen on the Portuguese getting a hold there. For centuries, the trading system in Indian Ocean had numerous participants. यानी कि पोर्टुगीज के पहले भी और भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स रहे होंगे, राइट। वो कौन कौन थे? इंडियंस, अरब्स, अफ्रीकन्स, ईस्ट कोस्ट चाइनीज, जैवनीज, among others, various. But these participants had acted according to some of the tactic rules of conduct, and none had sought overwhelming dominance, though all were in there for profit. The Portuguese changed that. They wanted monopoly of the hugely profitable eastern trade by excluding competitors, especially the Arabs. तो यानी कि हम देख रहे हैं कि पोर्टुगीज के पहले कौन थे मेन कॉम्पिटिशन के? अरब्स। वास्को डी गामा stayed in India for 3 months. When he returned to Portugal, he carried back with him a rich cargo and sold the merchandise in the European market at a huge profit. The importance of direct access to the paper trade was made clear by the fact that elsewhere the Europeans who had to buy through Muslim middlemen would have to spend 10 times as much as the same amount of paper. Not surprisingly, other profit-seeking merchants of Europe nations were tempted to come to India and trade directly. A voyage was undertaken by Pedro Alvarez Cabral. ये नाम भी आता है कई बार, पोर्टुगीज का जब नाम आता है तो पेड्रो अल्वारेज कैब्रल का भी नाम आता है। टू ट्रेड फॉर स्पाइसेस, ही नेगोशिएटेड एंड एस्टेब्लिश्ड अ फैक्ट्री एट कैलीकट। अब ये डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आ चुका है, ठीक है। ये भी आप देखेंगे आई गेस छत्तीसगढ़ पीएससी में ये डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आ चुका है, ठीक है। छत्तीसगढ़ पीएससी में ये वाला क्वेश्चन आ चुका है, राइट। कौन किसने एस्टेब्लिश करी थी? A voyage was undertaken by Pedro Alvarez Cabral to trade for spices. He negotiated and established a factory at Calicut. तो मतलब कि सबसे पहली पोर्टुगीज फैक्ट्री कहाँ पर बनी है? कैलीकट में। ये आप डबल स्टार से मार्क कर लीजिए। ये पूरा जो टॉपिक मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है स्टेट पीएससी के लिए, इवन यूपीएससी के लिए। तो यहाँ पे डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन बन चुका है कि सबसे पहला फैक्ट्री कहाँ पे सेटअप किया गया था? कैलीकट के, पोर्टुगीज के द्वारा। ये अगर आप सोच रहे हैं सिर्फ स्टेट पीएससी, तो यूपीएससी में एक ऑप्शन बन चुका है। यूपीएससी में जो सारे टर्म्स आप देखेंगे 1, 2 और 3 करके जो स्टेटमेंट्स आते हैं उनमें ये स्टेटमेंट आ चुका है कि फर्स्ट फैक्ट्री वो स्टैब्लिश्ड एट सूरत करके उन्होंने डाल के दिया था आई गेस, और वो कैलीकट था उसका आंसर, तो वो स्टेटमेंट गलत था। तो ये आपको अच्छे से याद रखना है ऐसे, ठीक है। और बेसिकली ये डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन तो पूछा ही जा चुका है स्टेट पीएससी में, यूपी पीसीएस में तो डायरेक्ट ही क्वेश्चन है ये, और बिहार पीसीएस में है, उत्तराखंड में भी है। ये बहुत कॉमन क्वेश्चन है कि सबसे पहली फैक्ट्री कहाँ सेटअप हुई, तो ये डबल स्टार से आप मार्क कर लेंगे इसको, राइट। बाकी सब आगे पढ़ते हैं, ओके। एंड किसने करी थी? पेड्रो एल्वारेज कैब्रल ने। ये भी आप बहुत याद रखेंगे ये वाला फैक्ट, ठीक है। There was an incident of conflict when Portuguese factory at Calicut was attacked by the locals, resulting in the death of several Portuguese. In retaliation, Cabral seized a number of Arab merchants anchored in the harbor and killed hundreds of the crew, besides confiscating the cargo and burning the ship. Calicut was bombarded by Cabral. Later, Cabral succeeded in making advantageous treaties with the locals, rulers of Cochin and Cananor. Vasco da Gama once again came to India in 1501. And Zamorin declined to exclude the Arab merchants in favor of Portuguese when Vasco da Gama combined commercial greed with ferocious hostility and wreaked vengeance on Arab shipping wherever he could. His rupture with Zamorin thus became total and complete. Vasco da Gama set up a trading factory at Cananor. आप याद रखेंगे अब कहाँ कहाँ फैक्ट्री सेटअप करी गई थी. अब ये लोकेशंस आपको याद रखनी है क्योंकि यूपीएससी में डायरेक्ट लोकेशन पूछ चुका है. मैं आपको आगे चल के क्वेश्चन दिखाऊंगा जरूर. ठीक है, कैनेनोर में, कैलीकट में, कैनेनोर, कोचिन में 3 शिप्स 3 इंपॉर्टेंट लोकेशंस है जहां पर लोगों ने अब फैक्ट्री सेटअप करना शुरू कर दिया है. ग्रेजुअली इन द प्रीटेक्स्ट ऑफ प्रोटेक्टिंग द फैक्ट्रीज एंड देयर ट्रेडिंग एक्टिविटीज द पोर्टुगीज गॉट परमिशन टू फोर्टिफाई दी सेंटर्स. अब फोर्टिफिकेशन भी इन्हें शुरू कर दिया है. ठीक है, अभी हम यहाँ तक हम पढ़ चुके हैं. ये बेसिकली बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सेक्शन है जहाँ से आपको प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टली पूछे जा चुके हैं. अब यहाँ पे लिखा है व्यूज, किनका व्यू लिखा है? सतीश चंद्रा का. इन हमने जो पढ़ा है इन सब इस पूरे व्यू में वही लिखा हुआ है सेम. आप चाहें तो पढ़ सकते हैं. राइट. फ्रांसिस्को डी अल्मीडा. अब यहाँ से ये कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है मैं आपको कैसे बताऊँ. ये आपको ट्रिपल स्टार मार्क करना है. ठीक है, ये ट्रिपल स्टार मार्क करके रखना है ये वाला सेक्शन. क्यों? क्योंकि यूपीएससी में डायरेक्ट पूछ चुके हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि स्टेट पीएससी में कंटिन्यूसली पूछ रहे हैं. राइट, तो ये ट्रिपल स्टार मार्क करके रख लीजिए. यहाँ से प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन डायरेक्ट बने हुए हैं. फ्रैंकोइस डी अल्मीडा, Francisco de Almeida, 1505 में the king of Portugal appointed a governor in India for a 3-year term equipped with incumbent with sufficient force to protect Portuguese interest. Francisco de Almeida, the newly appointed governor, was asked to consolidate the position of the Portuguese in India and to destroy Muslim trade by seizing Aden, Ormuz and Malacca. He was also advised to build fortress in Anjadiva, Cochin, Cananor and Kilwa. अब यहाँ पे देखिए आपको डायरेक्ट एक क्वेश्चन सीधा पूछा जा सकता है जो कि पूछा गया है कि फर्स्ट गवर्नर कौन थे पोर्टुगीज की तरफ से. वो थे फ्रांसिस्को डी अल्मीडा. फ्रांसिस्को डी अल्मीडा आप याद रखेंगे. राइट, आप भूलेंगे नहीं. आगे चल के गवर्नर्स में और भी आएंगे, उसमें आपको ये कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है. ये आ चुका है क्वेश्चन यूपीपीसीएस में. ठीक है, और ये आई गेस 2008 या 2008 और 16 में रिपीट भी हो चुका है बेसिकली. ठीक है, वो ईयर से हमें मतलब नहीं है बट ये प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन है. राइट, ओके. What Almeida, however, encountered along with the opposition of Zamorin was a threat from Mamluk Sultan of Egypt, encouraged by the merchants of Venice, whose lucrative commerce was now at risk due to the Portuguese interference. The Egyptians raised a fleet in the Red Sea to stop the advances of the Portuguese. In 1507, the Portuguese squadron was defeated in the naval battle of Diu by the combined Egyptian and Gujarati navies. Right, यहाँ पे पोर्टुगीज की डिफीट हुई है इजिप्शियन गुजराती नेवीज के थ्रू. And Almeida's son was killed. Next year, Almeida avenged his defeat by totally crushing the two navies. Almeida's vision was to make Portuguese the master of the Indian Ocean. His policy was known as very important blue water policy. ये आपको डायरेक्ट पूछा जाएगा. आगे चल के एग्जाम्स में. क्यों? क्योंकि ये पहले भी पूछा जा चुका है. इसका नाम है करताज सिस्टम. यू कैन सी इट इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. ये पहले पूछा जा चुका है. ये एक PYQ है. ब्लू वाटर पॉलिसी किसकी थी? वो थी फ्रांसिस्को डी अल्मेडा की, और इसको करताज सिस्टम भी किया कहते हैं. अब अल्फोंसो डी एल्बुक्रेक, राइट. Albuquerque, who succeeded Almeida as a Portuguese governor in India, was the real founder of the Portuguese power in the East. अब ये लिख लीजिए आप, रियल फाउंडर ऑफ द पोर्टुगीज पावर इन द ईस्ट. ये आप सर्च कर लीजिएगा. यही लाइन डायरेक्ट पूछी गई है. हु वॉज द रियल फाउंडर ऑफ पोर्टुगीज पावर इन द ईस्ट मीन्स इन इंडिया पूछा गया है. इन इंडिया पूछा गया है. ये डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है यूपीपीसीएस का. डायरेक्ट यही लाइन लिखा हुआ है सीधा. ओके. He secured for Portugal the strategic control of the Indian Ocean by establishing bases overlooking all the entrances to the sea. There were Portuguese stronghold in East Africa of the Red Sea at Ormuz, Malabar and Malacca. The Portuguese under Albuquerque bolstered their stronghold by introducing a permit system for other ships and exercising control over the major shipping centers in the region. अब किसके अंडर आप देखेंगे परमिट सिस्टम शुरू हुआ था अदर शिप्स के लिए? वो कौन है? एल्बुक्रेक. ये आप याद रखेंगे. ठीक है, और शिप बिल्डिंग सेंटर स्पेन ने कंट्रोल जमाया था. द नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ टिम्बर इन द गल्फ एंड रेड सी रीजन फॉर शिप बिल्डिंग ऑल्सो हैड पोर्टुगीज इन देयर ऑब्जेक्टिव. एल्बेक्रेक एक्वायर्ड गोवा फ्रॉम सुल्तान ऑफ बीजापुर. PYQ है, यूपीएससी का PYQ है, यूपीएससी का PYQ है, ये आप याद रखेंगे. यूपीएससी PYQ कौन सा ईयर? 2022. 2022 का PYQ में ये स्टेटमेंट नंबर 2 है. एक किसी क्वेश्चन का स्टेटमेंट 1 2 3 है, उसमें से स्टेटमेंट नंबर 2 है ये, राइट, ये वाला. ओके. With ease, the principal port of Sultan of Bijapur became the first bit of Indian territory to be under the Europeans since the time of Alexander the Great. Interesting feature since this rule was the abolition of sati. ये अगेन एक मेजर फैक्ट है, अबॉलिशन ऑफ सती. सबसे पहले किसने करवाया यूरोपियंस में से? अल्फोंसो डी एल्बेक्रेक, यानी कि एक पोर्टुगीज ने, राइट. अब ये देखिए, यहां पर हम पढ़ेंगे, चलिए अभी आगे पढ़ते हैं, फिर इस क्वेश्चन पे आएंगे. ओके. द पोर्टुगीज मैन हु हैड कम on the voyage and stayed back in India were from Albecrec's day encouraged to take local wives in India and to in Goa and the provinces of the north. They established themselves as village landlords, often building new roads and irrigation works, introducing new crops like tobacco, cashew nuts, or better plantation variety of coconut, beside planting large groves of coconut to meet the needs of the coeds, rigging and cordage. यहाँ हमें क्या देखने मिल गया? सबसे पहले कि इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ न्यू क्रॉप्स. कौन कौन से? टबैको एंड कैशू, टबैको एंड कैशू, टबैको एंड कैशू. ये आप याद रखेंगे. टबैको एंड कैशू किसने इंट्रोड्यूस किया? पोर्टुगीज ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया इंडिया में, राइट. और न्यू टाइप्स ऑफ वेराइटी ऑफ कोकोनट्स, ठीक है. In the cities, they settled as artisans and master craftsmen. Beside being traders, most of the most of such Portuguese came to look upon their new settlements rather than Portugal as home. बहुत सारे पोर्टुगीज यहाँ रुक गए, क्राफ्ट्समैन बन के एंड एक्सेट्रा बन के. अब नेक्स्ट वन है नीनो डा कुना. Nino da Cunha assumed office of the governor of Portuguese interest in India in November 1529 and almost 1 year later shifted the headquarters of the Portuguese government in India from Cochin to Goa. ये नीनो डा कुना का एक बहुत मेजर काम है. क्या है इनका बहुत मेजर काम? हेडक्वार्टर ऑफ द पोर्टुगीज गवर्नमेंट को शिफ्ट किया था. कहाँ पे? कोचिन से. कहाँ पे? गोवा पे. ये आप याद रखेंगे, एक मेजर फैक्ट है, राइट. Bahadur Shah of Gujarat during his conflict with the Mughal Emperor Humayun secured help from the Portuguese by ceding to them in 1534 the island of Bassein with its dependencies and revenues. He also promised them the base in Diu. ये आप देख रहे हैं, he also promised them a base in Diu. Who promised? Bahadur Shah of Gujarat, right? Ceded, क्या किया था? Secured help from Portuguese by ceding to them in 1534 the island of Bassein. बसीन दे दिया था और द्यू को भी प्रॉमिस किया था देने के लिए. However, Bahadur Shah's relation with the Portuguese became sore when Humayun withdrew from Gujarat in 1536. Since the inhabitants of the town started fighting with the Portuguese, Bahadur Shah wanted to raise a wall in partition. Opposing this, the Portuguese started negotiation, and in this course of which the ruler of Gujarat was invited to the Portuguese ship and killed in 1537. ये आप याद रखेंगे. Nino da Cunha also attempted to increase the Portuguese influence in Bengal by setting up many Portuguese nationals there with Hooghly as their headquarter. बंगाल का वहाँ पर हेडक्वार्टर किसको बनाया था? हुगली को. अब मैंने आपसे बोला था he also promised them the base in Diu. अब ये देख लीजिए आप. 2023 का यूपीएससी का PYQ है. यूपीएससी PYQ, राइट, 2023 क्या है? Who among the following rulers of medieval गुजरात surrendered Diu to Portuguese? हमने यहाँ पे क्या पढ़ा है? ये लिखा हुआ है, बहादुर शाह ऑफ गुजरात, राइट. ड्यूरिंग कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विद मुगल एम्परर हुमायूं secured the help of the Portuguese by ceding to him in 1534 the island of Bassein with the dependency and revenue. He also promised base in Diu, जो कि आगे चल के इनको देना पड़ गया था. उसका सही आंसर क्या होगा? बहादुर शाह. ठीक है, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. इसलिए ये टॉपिक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट. A favorable condition for Portuguese in India, excepting Gujarat, which was ruled by the powerful Muhammad Begada from 1458 to 1511. The northern part was much divided among many smaller powers. In Deccan, the Bahmani kingdom was breaking up into smaller kingdoms. None of the powers had a navy worth its name, nor did they think of developing their naval strength. In the Far East, the imperial decree of the Chinese emperor limited the navigational reach of the Chinese ship. As regards the Arab merchants and ship owners who until then dominated the Indian Ocean trade, they had nothing to match the organization and unity of Portuguese. Moreover, the Portuguese had cannons placed in their ship. Portuguese had cannons based on their ship. Right. Portuguese state. The general tendency is to underestimate the general tendency is to underestimate the Portuguese hold in India. However, the Estado Portuguese da India, state of Portuguese India, was in fact a larger element in Indian history than it is given credit for. Many of the coastal parts of the India had come under Portuguese power within 50 years of Vasco da Gama's arrival. The Portuguese had occupied some 60 miles of coast around Goa, on the west coast of Mumbai to Daman, and due to the approaches of Gujarat, they controlled a narrow tract with 4 important ports and hundreds of towns and villages. In south, they had under them the chain of seaport fortresses and trading ports like Mangalore, Kannur, Cochin and Calicut. ये सारी लोकेशंस आप अच्छे से थोड़ी बार एक बार दिमाग में रखेंगे। क्यों? क्योंकि इसके पीछे एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जा चुका है, इससे रिलेटेड एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जा चुका है। पोर्टुगीज से नहीं, किसी और कंट्री से पूछा जा चुका है, बट ठीक है। एंड though their power in Malabar was not consolidated, it was enough to ensure influence and control over the local rulers who held the spices growing land. The Portuguese established further military posts and settlement in the east coast at San Thome in Chennai, Nagapattinam in Tamil Nadu. Towards the end of 16th century, a wealthy settlement had grown at Hooghly in West Bengal. यहाँ से यहाँ तक इतने सारे एरिया में पोर्टुगीज अपना स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड जमा चुके थे. Envoy and ambassador were exchanged between Goa and many of the major kingdoms in India of that time. Treaties were signed between Goa and Deccan of Sultan in 1517, which were regularly renewed as long as their kingdom lasted. The Portuguese always had a role to play in the successive battle for the balance of power between Vijayanagar and Deccan rule Sultan, between Deccanese and Mughals, between Mughals and Marathas. इतने सारे रीजनल पावर्स थे या इंडियन पावर्स थे जो कि उस टाइम पे प्रोमिनेंट थे. इंटरेस्टिंगली द पोर्टुगीज द फर्स्ट यूरोपियंस टू कम टू इंडिया वर द लास्ट टू लीव टू इंडिया. अभी ये आएगा डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन, मैं बता दे रहा हूँ. ये क्वेश्चन अभी स्टेट पीएससी में, किसी भी स्टेट पीएससी में पूछ सकते हैं और पूछ भी चुके हैं. तो भाई आपको ये फैक्ट हमेशा याद रखना कि पोर्टुगीज सबसे पहले तो आए थे, लेकिन सबसे पहले गए नहीं. दे वर द लास्ट टू लीव इंडिया. राइट. कब? इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद. इट वॉज इन 1961 बिफोर द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया recaptured Goa, Daman and Diu from them. Right. ये फैक्ट आप याद रखेंगे. Portuguese administration in India. The head of the administration was the viceroy who served for 3 years with his secretary and in later years a council. Next in importance came the vendor, the fazenda, responsible for revenue and the cargo and dispatch of fleet. The fortress from Africa to China were under captain assisted by factors whose power was increased by difficulties of communication and was too often used for personal ends. Religious policy of Portuguese. The Moors were the bitter enemies of the Portuguese in North Africa. So were the Arabs arriving in the east. And the Portuguese brought with them the same zeal to promote Christianity and the wish to persecute all Muslims. Intolerant towards Muslim, the Portuguese were initially quite tolerant towards Hindu. However, over the time after the introduction of Inquisition of Goa, there was a change and Hindus were also persecuted. But in spite of this intolerant behavior, the Jesuit made a good impression at the court of Akbar, mainly due to the Mughal empress' interest in the questions of theology. In September 1579, Akbar forwarded a letter to the authorities at Goa requesting them to send 2 learned priests. The church authorities in Goa eagerly accepted the invitation, seeing in it a chance to convert emperor to Christianity. And with him his his court and the people. Jesuit father Rudolf Acquaviva and Antonio Mozzarella. ये आप याद रखेंगे कौन थे ये लोग. पर्सनैलिटीज़ में पूछ लेता है, द फेमस पर्सनैलिटीज़ में, या फिर आपको पूछ लेंगे एंटोनियो मोज़रेटा एंड रुडोल्फ एक्वाविवा कौन थे. राइट. तो दे वर द फादर ऑफ द जेसुइट फेथ. Right, was selected for the purpose. When they reached Fatehpur Sikri on February 28, 1580, they were received by honor. Acquaviva and Mozzarella went back in 1583, belying the hopes of the Portuguese, ended in for Akbar's conversion to Christian faith. The second mission called by Akbar in 1590 also ended in a similar note in 1592. The third mission, again invited by the Akbar, arrived in 1595 at Lahore, where the court was then residing, and continued as a sort of permanent institution, thereby extending an influence on secular politics. Father Jerome Xavier and Emmanuel Pinheiro, Jerome Xavier and Emmanuel Pinheiro were the leaders of the mission, and their letters from the court became very widely known for the information of the provided on the later parts of the Akbar reign. कुछ नहीं, इनमें ये बताया गया इतने सारे लोग गए वो कन्वर्ट करने जा रहे थे अकबर को, जो कि रूलर थे इंडिया के. राइट. प्रिंस सलीम on ascending the throne as Jahangir assuaged the Muslim by neglecting the Jesuit faith. Gradually, however, his temporary estrangement from the Jesuit ended, and in 1606 he renewed his favors to them. The elegant and spacious church at Lahore was allowed to be retained by them along with the collegium or the priest residence. In 1608, a number of baptisms were carried out in Agra, the priest publicly acting with as much liberty as in Portugal. Jahangir's conduct was such that the Jesuit priest became hopeful of bringing him within the Christian fold. However, these hopes were belied. Moreover, the arrogant actions on the parts of the Portuguese viceroy created a rift with the Mughal emperor. Portuguese lose favor with the Mughals. In 1608, Captain William Hawkins with his ship Hector reached Surat. अब कहाँ किसकी एंट्री हो रही है? इंग्लिश की, राइट. He brought with him a letter from James I, King of England, to the Mughal court of Jahangir, requesting permission to do business in India. Father Pinheiro and the Portuguese authorities did their best to prevent Hawkins from reaching to Mughal court, but they did not succeed. Jahangir accepted the gift of Hawkins brought for him and gave Hawkins a very favorable reception in 1609. As Hawkins knew the Turki language well, he conversed with the emperor in that language without the aid of the interpreter. Pleased with it, Hawkins, Jahangir appointed him the Mansabdar of 400 and a salary of 30,000. तो आपको आएगा जहांगीर ने किसको अपॉइंट किया था एज अ मनसबदार, तो वो थे हॉकिंस को, राइट. अब Hawkins was also married to the daughter of Armenian Christian named Mubarak Shah, right. The grant of trading facility to the English offended the Portuguese. However, after negotiation, a truce was established between the Portuguese and the Mughal emperor. The Portuguese stopped and the English ship from entering the ports of the Surat. A baffled Hawkins left the Mughal court in 1611, unable to counter the Portuguese intrigues or checks the vacillating Mughal policies. However, in November 1612, the English ship Dragon under Captain Best, along with a later ship Osander, successfully fought the Portuguese fleet. Jahangir, who had no navy worth its name, learned the English success and was greatly influenced या फिर impressed. The Portuguese acts of piracy, यहाँ पर आएगा. ये क्वेश्चन पूछा जा चुका है, मैं आपको बता दे रहा हूँ. कौन सा यूरोपियन देश पायरेसी में ज़्यादा फेमस था, पायरेसी के लिए बहुत फेमस था? वो थे पोर्टुगीज. ये एक प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन है, राइट. स्टेट पीएससी का प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन है. ऑल्सो रिजल्टेड इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विद द इंपीरियल मुगल गवर्नमेंट. इन 1613 द पोर्टुगीज offended Jahangir by capturing Mughal ships, imprisoning Muslims, and plundering their cargoes. An enraged Jahangir ordered Mubarak Khan, who was then in charge of the Surat, to obtain compensation. However, it was during the reign of Shah Jahan that advantages which the Portuguese enjoyed in the Mughal court were lost forever. Also lost were the hopes of converting the royal family and Mughal India to Christianity, a hope that the Portuguese held because of the welcoming accorded to them by their religion by the Akbar and Jahangir. अब आएगा कैप्चर ऑफ हुगली. अब एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सेंटर है हुगली, राइट. अब मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ कि यहाँ पे आप ये सिंबल देख रहे होंगे, यानी कि इससे सीधा क्वेश्चन बन चुका है ना. और एक क्वेश्चन इनसे 1995 यूपीएससी में भी पूछा जा चुका है, ठीक. यूपीएससी 1995 का एक क्वेश्चन यहाँ से भी आया हुआ है प्रीवियस ईयर. On the basis of imperial Farman circa 1579, the Portuguese had settled down on the river banks, which was short distance from Satgaon in Bengal, to carry on their trading activities. Over the years, they strengthened their position by constructing big buildings, which led to the migration of trade from Satgaon to the new ports known as Hooghly. They monopolized the manufacture of salt, built a custom house of their own, and started enforcing strict and levy of duty on tobacco, which had become an important article of trade since its introduction in the beginning of the 17th century. 17th century में tobacco introduce किया था, किसने किया था? Portuguese ने किया था, right? Okay. The Portuguese not only made money as traders but also started cruel slave trade. यहाँ पर सीधा स्टेटमेंट बन जाएगा. स्लेव ट्रेड में क्या पोर्टुगीज स्लेव ट्रेड में थे? तो हाँ, ऑफकोर्स स्लेव ट्रेड में थे. Purchasing and seizing Hindu and Muslim children whom they brought up as Christians. In the course of their nefarious activities, they seized two slave girls of Mumtaz Mahal. On June 24, 1632, the Mughal siege of Hooghly began, ending in its capture 3 months later. Shah Jahan ordered the Bengal governor Qasim Khan, Bengal governor उस time पे कौन थे? Qasim Khan, to take action against Portuguese. The siege of Hooghly finally led to the Portuguese fleeing. The Mughals suffered a loss of 1,000 men, but also took 400 prisoners to Agra. The prisoners were offered the option to convert to Islam or become slaves. The persecution of Christians continued for some time, after which it died down gradually. अब आएगा डिक्लाइन ऑफ पोर्टुगीज. Right. By 18th century, the Portuguese in India lost their commercial influence, though some of them carried on the trade in the individual capacity, and many took to piracy and robbery. तो मैंने आपको बता चुका है piracy और robbery में कौन involved था? Portuguese. In fact, Hooghly was used by some Portuguese as a base for piracy in the Bay of Bengal. The decline of the Portuguese was brought about by several factors. The local advantages gained by the Portuguese in India were reduced with the emergence of powerful dynasties in Egypt, Persia, and North India, and the rise of turbulent Marathas and their immediate neighborhood. Maratha captured Sicily and Bassein in 1739, जो कि पोर्टुगीज के अंडर थे. The religious policy of the Portuguese, such as the activities of the Jesuit, gave rise to the political fear. Their antagonism for the Muslim apart, the Portuguese policy of the conversion to Christianity made Hindus also relentless. Their dishonest trade practices also evoked a strong reaction. The Portuguese are notorious as sea pirates. Sea pirates again, बार repeat हो रहा है. Their arrogance and violence brought them the animosity of the rulers of small state and imperial Mughals as well. The discovery of Brazil diverted colonizing activities of Portugal to the west. The union of two kingdoms, Spain and Portugal, in 1580. Union कब हुआ है two kingdoms का? 1580 से 81 में, dragging the smaller kingdom, that is Portugal, into the Spain's war. Right, with the England and Holland badly affected Portugal monopoly of the trade in India. The early monopoly of knowledge of the sea route to India held by the Portuguese could not remain a secret forever. Soon enough, the Dutch and English, who were learning the skills of ocean navigation, also learned it. As new trading communities from Europe arrived in India, there began a fierce rivalry among them. In the struggle, the Portuguese had to give way to more peaceful and enterprising competitors. The Dutch and the English had greater resources and more compulsion to expand overseas, and they overcame the Portuguese resistance one by one. The Portuguese possession fell to its opponents. Goa, which remained with the Portuguese, had lost its importance as the port after the fall of Vijayanagar Empire, and soon it did not matter in whose possession it was. The spice trade came under the control of the Dutch. Goa had superseded by the Brazil as economic center and overseas empire of the Portugal. In 1683, after two naval assaults, the Marathas invaded Goa. ठीक है, यहाँ पे डाउनफॉल ऑफ पोर्टुगीज बताया गया है. सो नाउ मैंने आपको बताया कि कितने सारे इंपॉर्टेंट पीवाईक्यूज इस टॉपिक से आ चुके हैं अभी तक. आगे चल के इस चैप्टर में हम देखेंगे और भी पीवाईक्यूज और मेंस के क्वेश्चन आएंगे. आगे चल के हम इस चैप्टर को और डिटेल में अच्छे से रीडिंग करेंगे. सो दिस इज इट फॉर दिस वीडियो. सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन. स्टे कनेक्टेड.